Hi guys, Michal Dunski, CrossFit Canberra, Coaching Development Homework Lesson 4, Lesson Plans. Today I chose workout 2, which is an inverse ladder, 60, 50, 40 air squats, coupled with 10, 15, 20 shoulder to overheads, 135 pounds for men, 95 pounds for women, the stimulus being about the 5 to 9 minute mark. We'll start off using the outside in approach. We're looking at the cool down first. Quite important to have that in there. Good chance to debrief and communicate with your members and the class. Give some feedback, constructive feedback to everyone, and making sure we're finishing on an appropriate note. So 7 minutes allocated, give or take a minute or two, depending on how the workout finishes. We'll go down to the front, the whiteboard brief, 2 to 3 minutes on this kind of a workout. It's fairly simple, and we can get into the specifics while we're doing the specific warm-up. From here, we've got 10 minutes for a general warm-up. That allows for getting some equipment out if we need it. We're going to be looking at doing some mobility pieces at the front end, making sure our knees, ankles, hips are nice and stretched out for those air squats, given the high volume that we're doing, but also the thoracic and the lats, the shoulders, making sure we're nice and open for that shoulder to overhead movement. After that 10-minute window, we'll spend 3 to 5 minutes here on the air squat. And the reason I've shortened the time there is it is one of those exercises that we do with our inductees or the new members that are joined. It's something that we always teach, one of the foundational movements. So most people have a grasp on it, but it still allows us to work on a couple of pieces here and there in terms of points of performance, making sure our feet are in the right position, toes turned out, making sure that we're looking up and not down when we're squatting. That keeps our chest up nice and tall. Those who struggle with a little bit of ankle mobility, maybe elevating their heels on a weight plate just to make that movement arc a little bit more comfortable. Or those who struggle to understand the depth that they're going to, giving them a wall ball to target, and they can utilize that in a workout today. So it's an opportunity to just refine a few points of performance, get people moving together, but we don't need to spend a lot of time here. The next part though, the second exercise for the specific warm-up, the shoulder to overhead, this could be several exercises. The 3 that I basically break it down to is a strict press, and push jerk. Now, we will go through each of these exercises. One as a secondary warm-up, getting the barbell into the correct front rack position, using a power clean or a hang power clean because we're pulling the barbell from the floor today. We work on the strict press, making sure we're nice and stacked in that position, our midline's engaged, and that we're not using our legs to push the bar overhead. We are just using our shoulders. Moving into the push press, which is a shallow dip and drive, or a bop as I like to call it, utilizing a little bit more hip and leg power and then guiding the barbell into position. And then we go through the more skillful piece, which is the push jerk, understanding that the dip and drive initiates the movement, but we're also dropping underneath the bar and catching it. So there is an element of skill and coordination needed. And from there, I can talk about the efficiency for this kind of workout, and what we're looking at using is more likely the push press and the push jerk, depending on which movement you're more comfortable or strong with. From there, we can go into a little bit of a primer. This is where I'd start adding load to the push press. The push jerk. I'd be doing anywhere between 2 and 5 reps just to understand the coordination needed as the weight's going up. And for a priming round, I'd do something like 10 air squats into 3 to 5 reps on that shoulder to overhead movement, just to understand what the coordination would be like and what it feels like to transition between the two exercises. Now, in that 10-minute window, I'd also encourage people to have a drink and a bathroom break if they need it. Make sure that they're ready to hit this workout. Even though it's short, it's pretty frustrating needing to go to a bathroom halfway through a workout. Now, I've allocated 11 minutes for this workout today. Even though the stimulus said 5 to 9, this will take into effect a couple of things. If your leg endurance is a little bit low when it comes to the air squats, those squats will catch up with you pretty quickly, and you're going to be doing 10 reps, shake it out, 10 reps, shake it out, as we see in a workout like Murph, for example. And then with our shoulder to overheads, once again, I would encourage people to use a weight where the first set of 10 is unbroken, or you don't have to put the barbell down. However, as the reps go up by 5s, you're most likely going to have to break it into 2 or 3 sets. So we're looking at kind of increasing the time frame that we're doing shoulder to overheads and possibly decreasing or staying very similar for the air squats, as I noted down here. Other than that, looks like a pretty fun workout. I might actually give it a try later today. Catch you later.